Okay, well, let's go over my report about fixing up your home and, well, you know you need fix up money for your home. Now, this report, though, has money to buy houses, fix up houses, and also for real estate flipping. So it's all this stuff in the one, and there's two parts to this. Okay, the first part we're going to cover the nonprofit organizations and the government programs. So that's state, local, county, or organizations and federal organizations and nonprofit organizations. Then the second part is stuff that's happened on the internet. And this is crowdfunding, shared economy, peer-to-peer. Man, and this stuff is exploding. And I think this is what's going to take off, in the future, and it's the new stuff. So that's why I want to make sure you know about this stuff too, even though maybe you're a little afraid to use it because it's so new. But man, I think it's good stuff. And we got to start learning this, and it's growing exponentially every year. Okay, so let's get into it. Okay, first of all, local programs. Okay, now your city, I found, there's $10,000 for seniors to fix up their home. So I'm not sure what they call a senior, but it could be 50, could be 60. So make sure you find out about that. And also because you're local there, in your city, even if you don't qualify, they may be able to tell you about something even better that I found. See, that's the thing about it. Just because it's on the internet, you don't think you have everything. Man, most likely, if you just do a basic search on the internet, you're going to get nothing. But I've been searching this a long time, so I know how to dig in this stuff and show you stuff that nobody else finds. Because, see, the programs I'm showing you, they don't advertise. So Google is for people who have money to advertise so that you find them and then they get money from you. Everything I'm going to show you is free. Okay, so that's why it's hard to find in Google. So that's a local problem. Okay, your county has a home rehabilitation program too, and that's sort of cool. So it's right that it's money to fix up your home. The funds, now I think I read now, the funds are committed for 2016, but 2017 is right around the corner. So contact them and find out about that too. Free installation of energy conservation measures. So this is another thing in your county. So this is, they'll make your home more energy efficient, and that means fixing it up. So find out how you can use that program. So maybe you're in your mind, you have, oh, I want to fix up my house. Okay, so you're looking for a new bathroom or whatever kind of thing. And this money is for something a little different, making your house more energy efficient. So this means what kind of faucets you put in, and stuff like that. So you want to know, because if someone's going to get you, give you money to fix up your bathroom, for faucets and bathtubs or something like that, and you got to finance the rest. See, that's the key to this stuff. Find out what the government or the agency, whoever it is giving out money for, and how you could make your problem fit their problem they're trying to solve. So that's why there's not going to be one program. Yeah, fix up money here for Sally to fix up your house. No, it's not like that. They have other motives in mind, so you have to use it for their motives. Okay, get your home repaired for free. That's right, free. I think I've messed up here. Let me get back here on my website. Okay. Oh, that was the next one. Get your home fixed up for free. This is nonprofit organizations. Depending on your income, they come and fix up your home for free. Can't beat that, can you? Okay, so find out about that. Here's another one. Home repairs and weatherization. Okay, free home repairs and weatherization. Okay, that's another one. So that means they're going to fix up your home, make it tighter for weather. See, and all this weatherization, really, it's a double win, because you're going to win by cutting your utility bill. So you win there. Okay, here's a $60,000 low-interest loan for people with disabilities. And that could be to make your home more accessible for people with disabilities. So that's another problem you could do. Oh, here's $2,000 to help you pay utility bills. Well, we could all use that. Extra money when times are tough. These are state programs right there. Temporary cash assistance, another state program. Temporary disability assistance. And I put that in because maybe, I'm not sure you have a disability or not. You did for a while, and I don't know if it's qualified, so I gave you there. Okay, check your state housing agency about mortgages. Okay, what mortgages are available? Okay, sources of money and help to make your home handicap accessible. Okay, these are organizations around the country who help people with disabilities and handicaps. And what they have wonderful websites because they also help you find money for these things. So if your local, county or you don't have the money or the local programs don't fix it, they'll help you do that. So that's why I thought this is an important thing for you to have. Okay, here's another thing. Free cell phones for $500 of free minutes. Another free cell phone for 350 free minutes. Or discount low income for landlines. That's right. Or how about internet for less than $10 a month? Man, Verizon charges me 60 or something. Here's another internet for $10. I want to make sure you aware about those programs too. Okay. Now, here's some sources of people who do research and counseling. What I would do is this first one, these counselors who get grant money to help you find money. So these are people, you're trying to do something in the house, buy a house or fix up your house or whatever. They help you find money. They're going to know more about programs because they handle this program and this situation every day for where you live. So that's what's important about these. The whole thing about getting information and getting help in this society or getting money is finding somebody who did this already. So you have not your neighbor because he didn't do the whole landscape, but you talk to somebody who's had 100 questions like this. Like the same reason I'm able to search the internet a lot better than most other people. I do this all the time, but doing it for 40 years. So it's going to take you 40 years of education to get as good as finding this stuff on the internet as me. Maybe you get lucky and you don't need it. I understand. None of us are perfect. And there's videos here of these people who do this kind of help, give this kind of help, and so you can see these are real people, and they do good work, and they're getting government money to help you. So they're not there to sell you something. When you go on Google and try to find something, somebody's going there to sell you something. That's their message. They got to get money back from you because they're paying to get you to see them on Google. It costs them money, so they got to get it back from you to pay them. Okay, here, veterans. If you're a vet, know somebody's vet. These organizations, the local Veteran Services Office, get 100% more money for people than anybody else. See, again, they're using the system and know how to use it. So use them if you can, if you qualify. And here's something else you want to know, because if you're say like a freelancer, you have any kind of problem in earning money that your house is involved in. And what they're doing, even if it's not involved, what they do is help you as an entrepreneur, as a freelancer, as a contractor or whatever. So more of us are working that way and working at home that way. So this is consulting help. How to do these taxes like that, free. How to do management problems like that, free. How to do publicity, how to do research, how to use technology. It's all free. Because they're already getting grants from the government to help you for free. So don't go to Google and try to find out how that find help with that, or just how to get business out of your home. Right. What is a good home-based business? Them. Don't go to online and see some hucksters wants to sell you some home-based business. Go to them. They know all the pet fun. You just want to work on an invention. Go to them. Don't go to some invention company. They're free. Invention company is going to get $10,000 out of it. There's a video here. Now the other program you should know about is 211. There's a hotline. Now, you can call 211 as a hotline right now and say, hey, I need help with my mortgage, or I need help because I'm in debt, or I need someone to fix up my house, stuff like that. It's all free. Everybody on the internet, so you could go online and use their database, or just call them and talk to a person who knows this stuff, and it's good to do both. Because, see, if you use their database, you have to know what they are putting in the keywords at. And we know, we're guessing, that's right. You have to ask the right question, because maybe they're saying financial assistance and you're saying grants. And if you put in grants, you're going to get nothing. You put in financial assistance, which is free money, you're going to get 100 things. See? So that's why talk to people. So 211, and here's a sample. Like I put into Google on mortgages, and there's 127 million websites on mortgages. Okay, you go into 211, you get 10. And those 10 are all people who are going to do it for free. The 127 million, man, 99, 44, 100% of those people want to charge them money. Okay, here for debt problems, there's 10, child care, 99, even for paying utility bills, this is 28 organizations that are there to help you pay utility bills. Wow. I mean, that's cool. See, there are people out there that are nice, that are here to help somebody, but they don't have advertising money to let you know that they're there. And then that's the important thing. You have to know they're there in order to take advantage of them. Okay, home repair. I have 7 people there for that. Okay, Wi-Fi, research help. Your library. We forgot about those people, right? They're wonderful. They know all this stuff. They know what's on the internet to help you better than you do, or better than people in Google. This is what they do for a living. So contact your library. And what's neat about the library is they'll help you a lot of times. There's a video here of how some libraries, you have to check your library there, will help you like set up your small business on the internet, right? That's one-on-one free counseling. Wow, that's neat. Because it really is easy. But a lot of us are a little gun-shy, of the technology and are a little afraid to use it. Or here's a better database they have access to, and it would cost you thousands of dollars to use it yourself, is the Foundation Center Directory. This is grants. This is the official source of grant money. See, only 20% of the free money the government gives out are really grants. The rest is called something else. Now the grant money is really, where that money came from, is really from foundations. And they're big, like nonprofit organizations that give money to other nonprofit organizations. So there's a database of 140,000 organizations that give out this money, and 90% of them don't even have a website. Don't have a website. You're never going to find it. That's why this database is so important. And you could go and use this database, or they'll point you who in the neighborhood has this database that you could use for free, and they even sit down and help you. And there's another database they have of just private grants for individual needs, not just for big organizations. Okay, and remember your county cooperative extension service, they help you with financial problems, and also stuff around the house like gardening or getting rid of moles, or how do you make money out of your backyard by growing fresh vegetables and sell them. That's turning into a big business. So we could all make money. We could have money growing on trees or bushes in our backyard now. And they'll help you do that. That's what they're there for. Okay, here's state programs. State programs, mortgages, low interest rates. Listen, now this is the most amazing thing I've heard in probably about last 3 weeks, because I do this all the time. It's fun to have new stuff. Now listen to this program they have. Okay, they will give you a low interest loan mortgage rate and closing costs money but you have to have at least $25,000 in student debt. So you have to prove you have at least $25,000 in student debt. Okay, we'll give you money and we'll give you a low interest rate to have a house. Wow, isn't that amazing? That's right. You don't know the questions to ask. Who is it? Oh, I'm looking for a cheap mortgage because I have a lot of debt. You're never going to find that sucker. Discounted mortgage rates for military and veterans. Okay, $500 gets you a home for people with disabilities. That's all you have to do. You have a disability, you want a home, you put on the table $500 and they give you all the rest. Buy a home with $5,000 down payment money that you don't have to pay back. See, here's another program. You get $5,000 in down payment money free. Okay, deferred loans on fix up a single family home. Okay, here's more fix up money. Okay, it's a loan, but you may not have to pay it back. It depends on how long you stay there. So that's important. Indoor plumbing loans. Yeah, you got something there. See, that's fixing up. So you're doing a bathroom? That may be part of the indoor plumbing problem you get. 0% interest forgivable loan to fix up your home. Forgivable, keyword, forgivable. Another keyword, 0%. What bank is going to give you 0%? That's not. Here, another 0% interest forgivable loan from homeowners 55 or more. Are you 55? Yep. Man, I've been 55 a long time ago. Grants and loans to eliminate lead paint in your home. Okay, loans from homeowners to buy out ground leases. I guess there's some homes that you don't own the ground. That's a tough sell, isn't it? Okay, $6,500 to fix up your home and weatherize your home, or $5,000 for heating bills, weatherization. Same thing. See, that stuff, the fixing up a home, make it more energy efficient. So that's, almost $10,000 there, again for that. And that's all grants. Free foreclosure prevention classes, finding affordable rental housing, $750 from Maryland because you're a renter. I know you're not a renter, but this has something to do with houses. That's cool. So actually, you want to rent out a room in your house, then you pay the rent. They pay the rent to you, and then you show the renter how to get $750 back. because they rent from you. $800 property retax from homeowner, that's you. So make sure you get that $800 back. Okay, get settlement money if you lost your home, trouble making payments, or your home is underwater. So in other words, you have a mortgage that's bigger than the value of the house. Well, actually what the Attorney General of Maryland did is sued the pants off a lot of these mortgage companies. Now they're giving back the money because they screwed you. You shouldn't have had that mortgage if you're having trouble with it. So check it out and see if you have that, okay? And then we got federal money. Hold on, I'm gonna be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I thought I had the wrong stuff, so I checked out. We're okay. Okay, now federal program. Okay, kind of the federal government has a whole bunch of programs now that are more friendly to customers, and they'll reduce your payments and all this kind of stuff, and it costs nothing but a phone call. And if you go on Google and put in you want a better mortgage, you're going to get hucksters selling you something. These people are not selling you anything. They're experts who just know about federal programs and the ones that came out to make you a lower mortgage so you pay less money, and so call them first. Okay, here's another federal program, 50% discounts on home. That's if you're buying homes. Maybe that's not you right now, but it may be soon. Okay, HUD sources for home buyers, HUD homes for sale, free independent counseling for reverse mortgages. That's right. So people heard about reverse mortgages. Be careful. You know, they're very popular nowadays, and you see it all over the internet. And people are calling you up and want you to do this and everything. That means they're making a bunch of money off of you. You know, so you have to make sure this is really for you. And that's why these counselors get grant money from the government to help explain these things to you. So it's like having a friend explain the problems, and they're not there to sell you anything. Anybody you're going to call on the internet, our people want to sell you. You know, and no matter how nice you think they are, how nice they believe they are, they still have that one motive, is to make the sale. So call one of these people first. I have a list there of all the people in the Maryland area, and the link to how to find more of them. Single family home repairs and grants. Okay, this is you, single family, and it may be rural areas. They have some that's not rural areas, and so check if that's maybe you. So it's worth investigating there. And then other money programs to buy homes directly, or land guarantees, or direct grants. I mean direct loans for buying houses. Okay, that's it. Okay, now I'm going to give you time to digest some of that. And then part 2, we're going to get on that fancy internet stuff. That's really fun. And you should know it, because you're going to learn other stuff that you could use for every part of your life too. It's something that's growing, so you want to grow with it. The fun thing is being on the beginning of a wave, not at the end of the wave when it already hits the beach and going out. That's what the old economy is about. The new economy is growing for everybody. Bigger advantages there. Okay, now let me go over some of the, let's say, non-government money sources and the non-money government sources for housing. Okay, first is peer-to-peer loans. I mean, everybody knows that, you know, the traditional loans, you know, you go to the bank and you know, to give them money, to lend to somebody other, you know, money, and they make a lot of money in the middle. And if you go to the bank to borrow money, you get charged a lot. And if you go to the bank to save money, you don't get much. So that's why these peer-to-peer loans that are now popping up on their website, man, I think this is going to revolutionize everything. Not overnight, but it's growing. I mean, there's billions and billions of dollars now here. And it's a place to get money with cutting out the middleman. In other words, so if you go to a bank and put in $1 or something, they're only giving you like 1% nowadays on your money. You know, and then if you go to borrow, they're charging you 10, 12% or something like that. So now on these peer-to-peer loans, what happens is that individuals go to the website and lend money to people, but in mass, so that you get 100 people lending you $10,000 or something like that. And so they're getting 3 or 4%, and you're only getting charged like 4, 5, 6%, 7% or something like that. So that's right, everybody's winning, you know, except the fat cats on Wall Street. with the investors in the banks, and it makes it just a lot more personal and everything. So that's why I think there's a lot of reasons why this is going to grow. So I got some of the more popular ones. A lot of them, these are for businesses and things like that, for small businesses, large businesses, and that people use them, individual loans. And see, what's neat about this stuff is that it's so much easier. It's faster. And also here's the banks, for community development financial institutions. These banks are banks, but they're friendly community banks, like the old ones in the movies. What was that movie with Jimmy Stewart, where he had a little community bank and everybody was borrowing money from them and the bank was going to go bankrupt and everybody's going to lose their house. Well, that's how these banks work. They're involved in the community. They're not invested because of, they have to make people on Wall Street happy. It's the community. So that's why they're friendlier, they're nicer, they're lower interest rate. Okay, also you can make a lot of money from your home from the shared economy. I don't know if you read about this, but this is really taking over so much of our world now because of the internet. It's a way people are using the internet to do things themselves, make extra money, cut out middlemen. Nothing's traditional anymore. This is why more people are earning money, part-time on the internet and stuff like that than traditional jobs now, it seems. And that seems to be the way things are going. And they're piecing together different kinds of income. Well, now with a home, that's an asset. You become now a capitalist because you own a home or even rent an apartment or anything. You could act like a capitalist and make money from the fact that you own a home, not just your labor, or you're at a home, or you have a place. And one way is through Airbnb. I don't know if you know about this. This is like instead of hotels, people are using Airbnb. This only started like 5 years ago or so, and now they're a bigger company than any of the big hotel chains. They're probably the most valuable company. They're more valuable than any hotel chain. They're something like $50 billion now. It depends on who you count. Some have 40 or whatever. I mean, Hyatt Hotels is only like 13 billion. But see, what's interesting about Airbnb, they have only like 2,000 or 3,000 employees. Hyatt Hotel has like 130,000 employees or something like that. But Airbnb is making money for like 1 million people. And now I've read like 1.5 million people. So it's a way to make money. Like we make a bunch of money off our apartment that we have in Washington, D.C. just because we have an apartment. We put on Airbnb. And see, these platforms take care of everything. You don't have to worry about collecting money. You don't have to worry about insurance. You don't have to worry about marketing. They do it all. And it's amazing. And so now it's sort of like becoming a entrepreneur with training wheels or something like that. It's a great way. So now because you have a home, you have an extra room, you can make money. I mean, people are making $500 a month or whatever off an extra room. People are putting tents in their backyard even and renting that out. Actually, it's called Airbnb because people started with an air mattress in their living room renting that out. And so there's all ways to make money. Look at that. I got an article there about how to use it or how to be an Airbnb host, or how to get money. It costs you nothing to try. See, that's the other thing. None of this stuff now costs any money to try to make money at. That's what's neat. Most of these, schemes or whatever that were on the internet and everything, they wanted money from you. That's how they made money, was getting money from you. Here it costs nothing to try, and you only give them a small percent after you get the money, and they collect the money, they check out the money, they do all the hard nonsense stuff that most of us don't like doing, and that's why this is growing so fast. Okay, another way through pets. Pets is another way, and I'll show you how to do that. People make $1,000 a month or so extra because they have another puppy around or something like that for a few days. And because there's a growing business in the pet business, there's a website shows you how to do it. And you just sign up and see what happens. If you have room, you don't have to be a house owner. You can be a renter or an apartment renter and do this. Make money from your parking space when you're not using it. That's right. Just park. People, space. I mean, you're like a Wall Street fat cat, making your money make money. So here you can make your assets make money. That's what's neat about it. Or here's one for pet lovers. There's more about pet lovers. Or have people over for dinner, right, and make money. People from out of town love to have local people, and this has now become a big business. So if you like cooking for people, you can make money at it. Have friends over for dinner. It's not thousands of people like, a bus drives up to your house, a nice couple or two couples from, from somewhere you never heard of, have dinner with you. And they're happy to spend money. That's it. Now here's another thing, is crowdfunding. That's another thing, to make money. And I'll show you soon in real estate, but it's used for anything. Anything. This is now one of the biggest things. That's up to $34 billion or whatever they're giving out last year, and it costs nothing. You don't have to pay the money back. It's free to do. See, that's another thing. All this stuff is free. No income requirements, no credit check. You keep the money forever. No complicated business forms, no business plans, no lawyers, no accountants. All this stuff. When you go out and try to get money for doing anything, that's what you usually have to do. It's fast, and there's no fat cat gatekeepers. Nobody's saying, well, you can't do this. Nobody's going to buy this. It doesn't matter. You go on the crowds, and the crowds tell you, and it costs nothing to do that. So you know for sure, and you don't do it until they give you the money. Now I have a video there, shows you how to set up a website. You have to remember it costs nothing. Some of these websites only take 20, 30 minutes to do. I have samples of people do this, startup money. They get like $500,000, and they don't even need a product. No product. Hey, I'm going to do this. You guys interested? And if they say yes, they give money, and then you collect enough money. Okay, I got enough to do it now. I'll come back next year, send you the product. Well, that's crazy, isn't it? I mean, would you go to Macy's and have them walk in, here's money, I'll come back next year and pick up the product? That's what people are doing on the internet. Why? Doesn't matter why, it's there. You're looking for a way to survive. This is a tool. These are all tools now in our society. There's dozens of people here. I show you my videos. I've interviewed like 700 people have done this. Also now you could use it for buying a home too, crowdfunding money. Now here I have some articles. What I did is I took articles that are out there that I reviewed and everything. They seem a good place to understand how to do it. For buying a property, fixing up property, and things like that, how doing it. Then I show you websites that are just for that. I mean, the major websites, if you heard of like Indiegogo or GoFundMe and places like that, they're not specific for housing. But these that I show you are for housing. So that's sort of interesting. You try both. I don't know what works. Nobody knows what works. You can ask all the advice you want, and until you try it, you really don't know. Okay. And also for investments. People want to flip homes. That's a big idea nowadays. Well, crowdfunding you could use for that. People are doing that now. Even the big time, flippers or whatever. Flippers. Wasn't that a TV show or something? Or whatever. And they're using it because it's a new way, it's a faster way, it's a better way, it's a fun way to get the money you need instead of talking to some stuffy banker, and that's what I have a video of a woman who runs one of these sites, that people use for flipping houses and things like that. A couple articles and then I show you other websites that do that. Now another thing that people really meetups are very popular now. That people get together in groups and talk about stuff or whatever. Well, now you go to any city. I mean, there's 100. They're like AA meetings, but they're for everything. I mean, you go down. I did it for your city. I did one, and you just put in like business and careers or something, and you'll see dozens and dozens, depending on the city, how many there are. And find one for real estate investors. There'll be one, there'll be two, there'll be a dozen, there'll be 20, there'll be 50, or whatever. And just show up. It costs $20 for a cheap meal or something like that, and that's it. But you find other real estate investors. If you don't know about this stuff, what you're probably doing is going online and searching Google, and looking for how to invest in real estate or something. And you'll get some huckster like me who will try to sell you something. And you don't have to do that, And why? Because then it's painful. It costs a lot of money. They have courses now, thousands of dollars worth. Donald Trump was selling them for like $20,000 or something, how to invest in real estate. You go to a meetup. And actually, by the way, he started his whole empire with a government property in Cincinnati, the ones I showed you about earlier. And so you could go to these groups and find out how other people are doing it. Then you have a friend who's in the business, who's doing it, other people like that could help you know exactly what's going on in your area because they probably already tried it and failed. So that's a better way to learn. than spending thousands of dollars on some course or whatever, and who the hell knows what you get. Trump's getting sued like hell out of these things. I mean, all that. I was involved and I saw all this stuff happening, all these get-rich-quick schemes. It just takes effort, and the knowledge is there. And it's just putting it to work and trying and trying and trying. Oh, here's another thing. It's fat cats, angels. And you could go, I mean, what's neat about the internet, too, is that it's getting everybody in a barrel. So all these fat cats that are out there want to invest in stuff, they're now all online. They're looking most of these websites, I'll show you, like angels.co, they're looking for companies or techie stuff or some kind of small business going. But real estate, I'm sure they'd be interested. You got to find somebody. But at least you have, like here, for your state, there's over there's 4,000 or 5,000 people in your state, fat cats, interested in investing in ideas right there. Wow. I mean, all their contact information is there. I mean, before when I was growing up, you had to belong to the country club or something like that to find help like this, or get in touch with these people or beat on them or whatever it is. And there's other websites that have similar kind of thing. And then here's what I put in. This is where government offices that, well, they don't give out money, but they can get your money back. Because so many people get screwed nowadays. People who don't treat you right and stuff like that. I mean, or you don't know your rights, and everybody thinks you have to spend $500 an hour or $200 an hour, whatever lawyers cost anymore, and to get justice, but you don't. You could get the best attorneys in the world to work for you for free. You just have to learn the system. And they're there, and they have to fight for you. That's what they're there for, because they regulate that industry. So it's the cops. See, every business, everybody has cops that they have to report to, and you find those cops, and they come down, and even if you, the customer, are wrong, they have to investigate anyway. So that's what's so you have power in the system this way. Otherwise, if you don't know about this, you have no power to me, because you have to spend $500, $1,000, $2,000 on a lawyer to get back at somebody, because they'll just say no, I'm sorry, or whatever, and get a letter from their lawyer, and their lawyers, even if you get your lawyers, are going to be better than your lawyer. They do this all the time, but nobody's good. It's sort of like you getting a letter from the IRS that you owe them $75. Well, even if the IRS is wrong, you probably pay them, right? Just to get it off your back. Well, for business, it's the same way. The insurance company gets a letter that they owe you $500, or you say they owe them $500. It's cheaper to pay you the $500 than to talk to that bureaucracy for the next 3 months or whatever the hell it is, and possibly lose and be fined or be thrown out of business. They have too much to lose by screwing with the government. It's easier to pay you off. So banks are that way, real estate brokers are that way, insurance companies are that way, even lawyers. There's even a pot of money, in your state capital for lawyers who ran off with your money. So we all that. And then how to check for any professional. And then also there's a national bill or the Federal Trade Commission that you could get, if bill collectors don't treat you nicely, you could get $1,000 from them. That's right, get $1,000 for them. I show you how to do that. Oh, it's something you could threaten from, when they say, hey, do you know you're violating the law? Here's the law, look it up, and here's what I'm going to pursue. And then I show you how to get free research help on anything. Google is a problem. It's good, it handles a lot of stuff, but you really have to know exactly what you're looking for. Like up earlier, we talked about, you put in mortgage debt, and you'll get 170 million websites or whatever, and that's why it's just overwhelming. You don't know exactly what to ask for. Now, it's great if you know what to ask for. You're looking for Matthew Lesko. Then you could find everybody like me. But if you're looking for money to solve a problem, and you do that, then Matthew Lesko will probably find you, because if I spend a lot of money on Google, I want to find people who have that question. And I'm going to spend a lot of money on Google because I know I can maybe get money from you. See, and that's what Google's all about. If it's a place to spend money. If you want to spend money doing something, Google, because everybody who wants to get money from you spends a lot of time and energy and money trying to figure out Google, how to make sure you see them when you go to Google. So that's what those first two videos are all about. And then I tell you about 211org, the organization I list up above. This is I mean, these are wonderful because this is a database of all nonprofit and government offices that solve problems. So nobody in their database will charge you a penny. Wow. And I call them the second best in the world because I feel I'm the best because I'll show you a lot more because I understand more of these things than they do. But this is a wonderful source, and I turn to it finding something and checking things. So even on reports, if I miss something or whatever, they don't have a lot of stuff I have because I somehow have a knack of taking something that they give and they don't see how it can be used for some reason, like houses for $1. They used to call it the Urban Homesteading Act. So if you saw Urban Homesteading Act, you wouldn't know what the hell it was, right? It's a house for $1, right? So, okay, your local library, people don't forget about that. That's wonderful. They'll do research for you. They know experts, particularly local sources for money and help. And then your elected official. Watch this video there we have on how to use your elected official because they are the most important source that we all have, and they'll work for you for free. They want to do this for free because if they help you with something, you'll vote for them no matter what they do. They get caught with their hand in a cookie jar, and as long as they got you a $50,000 grant or something, you'll still vote for them probably. And they know that. This is why they stay in business. All their staff is aimed at doing favors for constituents, people like you who are going to vote. And they want to do that. And they have special access to government offices that you and I don't. You and I have to go in the front door. These people have a backdoor phone number to call because the government office gets paid from the congressmen and senators, the elected officials. That's where they get their money. They don't get it from us. We give it to the government, and then Congress decides how to spend it. So that's why they keep everybody in Congress happy. So they'll answer a question and solve the problem a lot faster from them than they will you or me. That's just the way the world works. May not be right, may not be justice or whatever, but that's what it is. And it's a system. We all have access to it no matter who we are in this country. And that's what I'm trying to do is make sure everybody knows what's available and how to use it. Because if you don't, you're going to go on Google and think that's reality when it's not. Man, there's so much there for us all if we just start using it.